Yeah. Get high rapper. The man hour. You already know. It's live. It's raw. It's going down. Like this. I'm going around and letting everybody know that they welcome to the show. It's the latest thing you ever seen, you already know. Let me introduce you to your host of the hour. It's me, Mike and Mike. Yeah, it's the man hour. Got the hottest plays, all the breaking news. Every rumor, every trade, every breaking bruise. Tighten knuckle screws. Yeah, it's going down. Have you saying what the fuck and never watered down? It's going down. I'll be rolling up. And if you buy it or you sell it, then you make a cut. Watch me flip it back. I can double up. I got Sriracha for that ass, I'ma burn it up. Gotta check the rules and know that if you fair foul, ref blow the whistle, coach throw the towel. We can do this on the field or outside the line. It's the man hour though, now we going live.
And what is up, everybody? Michael Buckeiser here with my man, Mike LeBlanc, coming at you with the Mike and Mike Man Hour. Mike, what is up, man? What is up? What is up? What is up?
What is up? Oh, man.
Man.
Oh, man.
We're on cloud nine right now, aren't we?
Oh, man.
Woo. Man. So if you guys haven't heard, we still got some little bit of football happening, right?
Hey, wait.
Wait,
We're going to talk about in the last half of the show.
My bad.
I know we're fired up. I know we're excited. I know.
We are excited. We're excited. Mike, this is the most excited I've been in a long, long time, man. But before we get into today's show, man, we have to let people know that we're still going to be giving away the $100 Amazon gift card. All you got to do is like the Facebook page. That's all you got to do. Once we hit that 500 like mark, we are going to give that away. We were sitting at, I believe, like 165, 167 the last time I checked there. So, guys, get liking that page. Share this with a couple friends as well. But, Mike, we all celebrate individual successes, right? Like, you know, Like you get married, like you have a party, like you have a kid, you have a party. You turn 40, you have a party, right?
Sure.
So right now I'm having a house cleaning party, right? Like I invited the parentals down to like, hey, you guys want to come watch my kids while I do some housework, right? And AKA I con them into doing this, and this, and this, and this, right? So so like. My dad is retired Army, right? Medically, he blew out his knees when he was overseas and like whatnot. So he is medically discharged, and we went to Lowe's, and wait.
You say your dad's ex-Army?
Yes.
You should probably not get me and your dad in a room.
Why is that?
He's ex-Army. I'm ex-Army. I'm sure he's got some stories to tell.
Yeah.
I know I've got some stories to tell.
Right.
I would take your place as his son.
You know what? Some days you could have that. I mean, like honestly. So funny story. They came down here Sunday night, or like they left Kansas Sunday morning to like get down here Sunday night, right? And they were driving down the highway, and apparently half of their camper just like blew off, right? Just like
I know you sent me the picture. I was like, what the hell? Like half of the camper was just like
like the whole wall was just gone, right?
Yeah.
So like first thing that I asked my mom was like, so did you hit any cars, right? And she's like, we didn't even know it blew off until we saw insulation flying out the side. I'm like, what? Like what? Like how do you not see a big white piece of wood go flying off the side, right? Like, I mean
it's like the whole side of the camper. Like how do you not see that?
Yeah, it is from the door up to the fifth wheel part, like the bunkhouse. And I was like, what? So over my lunch break from work, I headed over to the campsite where they're staying at to help my dad like put some like paneling up like on there. And
hold on. Why are your parents staying at a campsite?
Because they need a place to park their camper.
Why can't they park it in your yard?
So my parents have a dog. They have a Great Dane dog, and my dog and Dottie don't get along.
Gotcha.
Dottie is just like an old. So like Danes, you know, they age like 7-8 years, and they reach their max lifespans, right? And Dottie is going on 9 or 10 years old, so she's old and cranky and just doesn't like anybody but like me and Dad. So it's kind of cool, but it's funny that she hates my mom. But we digress. But so we are over there in the campsite, and I'm helping them put this siding up, right? And like he's like, just slide that motherfucker in there, right? So I'm sliding in there, pounding it, and he just starts yelling at me for no reason. I'm like, what?
I mean, hold on, but my children. Give me 1 second. 1 second.
So I'm going to pick up where Mike left off, guys. So, like I said, guys, we are still giving away the $100 Amazon gift card. All you got to do is like, comment, subscribe, and become a top fan. I see some people popping in here, guys. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show as Mike comes back to me as the
I'm
kids
here.
are doing kids.
I'm here. Kids. I don't understand why they have to have the damn TV like all the way up. You're sitting right next to the TV.
They want this. If you would just give us surround sound, Mike, it'd be perfect.
No. I mean, you're right there.
Just give us surround sound. That's all they want.
No, man. No. Like, you're right there. I don't understand. Like, they fight, right? So Macy usually has her phone, and she's watching YouTube videos or she's watching TikTok. Max is usually watching the TV. So they
have to battle it out, right?
Yeah, they battle it out. And my office is right here by the living room, so it's like TV is on full blast. So while we were talking back and forth, I sent Macy a text. By the way, I got my 8-year-old daughter a phone with service.
Oh, strike one, strike two, strike three, right there, son.
So I got her a brand new iPhone too. I don't know what the hell I was thinking, but I sent her a text. And I was like, turn it down. Nothing.
No. Oh.
So I call her and she sends me to voicemail.
Oh.
She sends me.
Did she give you the FU button too?
She did.
Oh.
Fuck you. Fuck you, Ted. Yeah, I'm not answering this shit. I'm on TikTok. And you know what's crazy? So my daughter's 8, right? Macy's 8. She has like 10,000 followers on TikTok.
Oh.
I'm not joking.
You better be careful with that, though. I mean, there's some creepy ass motherfuckers out there.
So me and my wife monitor her activity on TikTok. Like, we will randomly do phone checks and just go through it. So, but you know what? I'm pretty proud. It's a proud dad moment.
Right. 10,000 followers is a big deal, right?
And you know, like, she never does anything she's not supposed to. She's had one person message her that she was kind of sketchy about, and she brought it to me. She was like, Dad, like, I don't know who this person is. They just messaged me. And I looked at it and I was like, when I started going through it, I was like, oh baby, it's a little kid. It's not a big deal.
Right.
So like, for her to do that,
that's awesome.
Like, it builds trust. Right. So that's why, I mean, in this day and age, right, kids her age have cell phones with service, I guess.
Right.
I mean, I got to stop looking at it, because like when my wife first approached me about it, she was like, hey, we need to get Macy a phone with service. I was like, no.
Why?
Yeah, why? First of all,
we can get you a phone with Wi-Fi service, right?
Yeah, because I mean, so I upgraded. So I gave her my iPhone XS, and she could have it while she was here at home on Wi-Fi. And, you know, when we went out, she always complained that it didn't work. I don't have Sammy. Me. I'm a little diva. I want. So, you know, over and over and over again. And then, you know, my wife, Elizabeth, was like, you know, it's just the way kids are these days. So I caved last weekend, and I went and I added a line to my AT&T account, and I got her a brand new iPhone 11 with service.
Yeah, I mean, like you always say, like, I'm not gonna be that parent. Like, why does that 8-year-old have a cell phone? Why does that 5-year-old have a tablet? Right. My son's 2.5, and he watches his tablet in the morning because I want to watch fucking SportsCenter. I don't want to watch Mickey Mouse, right? So here, watch your tablet, right? And then the next thing you know is like it's like freaking noon. Like, damn, shit. Like, you've been watching Mickey Mouse for 8 hours, man. Shit, come on now.
I mean, but to be honest,
so Mike,
I'm a sucker.
Yeah, me.
When it comes to Macy,
dads are always soft. Let's be honest.
My son, I'm a little hard on. Right, I'm a little hard on my son. But when it comes to Macy, and I feel so bad for even saying this, but like when it comes to Macy, she'll be like, Dad, can I get it? No. Dad, can I get it? No. Dad, can I did it? Okay, baby.
Whatever you want, sweet. Do
I,
you want some sprinkles on that? On the ice cream too?
yeah, exactly.
So,
Yeah.
Mike, we do got an action-packed show coming up, guys. First of all, we're going to talk a little bit of Washington football team there. Alex Smith has been cleared to play, and Ron Rivera says it's open competition for the starting quarterback
Not
spot.
open competition.
So we'll talk about that coming up, and then following that, NCAA. To play or not to play, that is the question, right, Mike? To play
I
or
cannot
not
wait.
to play. So, guys, we're going to take a quick little break, and we'll be right back. Talk a little bit of Washington Redskins and then the NCAA. Be right back. And I could drop a next tape on this beat. White voice
I
said it.
could do like welcome to the mental of my mind state of luck. I'm the head case. You don't want to quit me front. On a dark desert highway going about 9 days and I'm feeling like death right behind. People this is no longer an evolution. I'm on my everyday grind facing persecution. This is the execution, I'm the executioner. Send you to death like a prosecutor. Hey, there's no question here. I'ma go get it. Chasing out the ticket and everything with it. Hey, I'm sick with it, man. So you better get used to it. Heavyweight in the game. That's how I'm doing it.
Mike
Put on
LeBlanc
my
with the freestyle over
Oh,
the break.
you did not put that live.
Oh, man, it was live the whole time. Mike LeBlanc with the freestyle, man. Woo.
Wow.
But, guys,
Wow.
welcome back to the Mike and Mike Man Hour. It is that time to talk a little bit of football. So, as you guys know, the Washington Redskins, or I should say Washington football team, changed their name in the off-season, yada, 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 a.k.a. forced to change their name. And now Alex Smith is back healthy, and Coach Ron Rivera, I believe this is his first year as Washington, like head coach, says it is an open competition for QB number one between Alex
Dude,
Smith and
it's
Dwayne
not-
Haskins. Go ahead, Mike.
No, dude, it's not an open competition. Dwayne Haskins is garbage. Alex
Ooh.
Smith is gonna come in and he's gonna spank Dwayne Haskins' little bottom and say, "Go ahead and go to the bench, son. Daddy's back. This is my team." That's what's gonna happen. First off, I want to say, what up, Steve? What up, Malia? What up, Ricky? Holy moly, Ricky! What is up, man? This is a good friend of mine. I've known this dude for, I don't know, 18 years. He's a warrant officer. I mean, he really doesn't do anything because he's a warrant officer. He's not.
Just
He's
don't
not
come
an
to Indiana.
NCO, but you know.
Yeah, so
Anyway, yeah, Alex Smith is gonna just say, Dwayne Haskins, go ahead and take a back seat. I'm back. Daddy's back. This is my team. I mean, you can't have Alex Smith is literally one of the most underrated quarterbacks.
that is a fact. That is a straight fact right there. Yes, 100%.
Most underrated. Like his play and his footwork and his football IQ, his mechanics and everything. I look at him like an Aaron Rodgers. I really do.
Right.
If Alex Smith is fucking healthy and able to come back, this makes me rethink the whole NFC East.
Yes.
Because the Redskins have a defense. And now they have weapons on the outside.
Adrian Peterson, too.
And they have AP. And I think AP still has gas left in the tank.
100%.
Man,
He is hungry.
man, Washington with Alex Smith, if he comes back healthy and he comes back to his form, I'm telling you right now, Washington Redskins excuse me, the Washington football team, they are definitely they are definitely in the conversation for NFC East champions.
Yeah, so what's up, Chad and Soup Boss over there, Triple Shot Sports, as well as Strikeout Beer. Thank you guys for tuning in. And Triple Shot Sports says that Peasy is no longer the best drafter on the network. It is the new Michael LeBlanc, JRO over there. So dropping that fire mixtape coming to you.
I can't
August
believe you
25th.
had me on. I was doing that for you, Buck. That was something. That was an intimate moment between you and I, and you had to put me live like that.
Dude,
Damn.
People love it. I mean, we're getting hearts across the screen and some cares and whatnot. So back to Alex Smith here. So like Chad said here, they do need a quote positive story around the Washington football team, and Alex Smith has that feel good story, right? So guys, do not forget that Alex Smith, I believe they were 8-0, maybe 7-0 before Alex Smith broke his leg, right? The Washington
they were 7-1 before he broke his leg.
Well,
7-1, Buck. 7-1.
They were a threat. I mean, Alex Smith had that team looking good, and just they were just like on fire, right? And then obviously he broke his leg, and then the following game, I believe, who was the backup quarterback at that point? Was it Case Keenum? I think he broke his leg too.
No, it was Colt McCoy.
And then Colt McCoy broke his leg, and they ended up signing like Mark Sanchez like that year too. At some point, Mr. Butt Fumble him like himself. But guys, that was just 2 years ago. The Washington Redskins team really hasn't got. I mean, yes, they gotten a couple years older, but they still have all that nucleus together. They built on the deep defense. They still have AP. They still have weapons on the outside.
And more importantly, let's not forget. More importantly, they've got Ron Rivera.
Right, which is he's a damn good coach, right?
Damn good coach, underrated coach. That whole team
underrated. I don't know about that.
No, I think he is. I think Ron Rivera gets a bad rap. Because when he had Cam Newton, they went to the Super Bowl and all that, and they lost in the Super Bowl to Denver, and then they couldn't get it together. But Ron Rivera is a very good head coach. If he would have came to Dallas, I would have been happy. I would have been happy with that pick.
Right. I think you for a Cowboys fan, you would have been happy with anybody but Jason Garrett. Like, let's be totally honest, like on that. And Chad. Suit Boss himself over there from Triple Shot Sports says, "Hook 'em horns, just for you, Mike." So
there you go. Hey.
But yeah, so like just like what Mike was saying with Alex Smith, let's say he is only 85% healthy, right? Like he is not quite there yet. Week 1, I think he's still better than Dwayne Haskins at 85%. I would safely say that at 75%, he is better than Dwayne Haskins. Anything lower than that, I wouldn't risk Alex Smith and put him out there on the field till he's a little bit more healthy. So I would like to see
Smith has a cannon.
Yes. So like I am obviously a Kansas City Chiefs fan, and I absolutely loved when Alex Smith came to Kansas City. Not because of his game-changing ability, it is just his professional attitude that he brings to the field day in and day out. Just like you. Go ahead.
He's that class act, right? Yeah. He's a class act.
Never been in trouble. I mean,
no. He's selfless.
Right.
He's not a look at me, I'm the best quarterback. Look at me.
Right.
Me. You know, like
you saw
Tom
that
Brady.
at 49ers when he got hurt and Kaepernick came in, and oh by the way, he was leading the 49ers to a Super Bowl that year, and Kaepernick just happened to take over, right? Of a team that Alex Smith already built and was training with. And so, I mean, Alex Smith, in theory, had 3 Super Bowl caliber teams that he has been a part of, with the 49ers, the Chiefs, and then the Redskins might be the year he hurt.
He just needs to stay healthy.
Yeah, that's his only knock is, really he's had a pretty, his 14, 15 years in the league. I think he was drafted in 2006, 7, something like that.
I think it was 6.
Yeah, but either way, he had that one concussion and then he had a broken leg. The only reason why he's not in Kansas City right now, leading them to a Super Bowl, is because they drafted Patrick Mahomes. Let's be totally honest. If the Chiefs did not, and then Alex Smith knew that Patrick Mahomes was going to take his spot. He taught Patrick Mahomes how to be a professional, 100%.
Did.
So, with Alex Smith, let's say he doesn't start till week 3, right? The Redskins probably start 0-2. I could still see them going 10-5 with Alex Smith as a quarterback, winning that division.
That defense is monstrous on that on the other side of the ball now. That defense, everybody doesn't want to give the Washington football team. They don't want to give them that credit on that side of the ball, but as a Cowboys
top 5
like,
defense easily.
We see them twice a year.
Yeah.
So I see that defense twice a year. They're good on defense.
And they drafted more defensive players, right?
They did.
Yeah.
They
So,
did.
I mean, shit. Just
You know,
like what Chad.
I think the NFC was the NFC East was garbage last year. Absolute a dumpster fire.
Right.
I think we're going to see a different NFC East. As long as Carson Wentz can stay healthy, the Eagles are in the conversation.
For
If
8.
Dak Prescott can pull his fucking head out of his ass and actually beat playoff teams, the Cowboys are going to be dangerous.
9-7.
Now, with Alex Smith in the fold, the Redskins are going to be dangerous.
Yeah.
And I think the Giants are going to be dangerous too, because I think another year with Danny Dimes, it's, man, that NFC East, I think by the end of the season, everybody's saying that the NFC West, I think that's I could be wrong. The 49ers, Seahawks, Cardinals.
NFC West. Yep.
NFC West. Everybody's saying the NFC West is the best conference in the NFC right now, which I agree with. They got the 49ers, they got Seattle Seahawks, and they got
the Cardinals up and coming. Yeah.
The Cardinals are up and coming. So, but I think after the end of this season, people are going to be talking about the NFC East, and the NFC East is going to regain that notoriety in the NFC as, hey, we're the best fucking conference in the NFC. We are the ones that play smash mouth football. We're going to come in and we're going to punch you in the mouth. So I cannot wait. Oh my God, Buck, we are less than a month away from fucking football.
It is 29 days.
Oh.
29 days. September, it's September 10th, isn't it? Chiefs versus Texans. So, like what Chad said over here in the chat, Alex Smith is a leader on and off the field. That is 100% correct. Like I said, Alex Smith is a class act from 6 a.m. till 4 o'clock in the morning. Alex Smith can be belligerently drunk walking down the street, and he will still shake your hand and be like, "What's up, man?" with a smile on his face. Yeah.
I have a question for you. Totally off subject. Are you a different person during football season?
Am I a different person during football season? When I am coaching on the sidelines on Friday night game.
I'm just talking about during football season. Are you a different person than during off season?
I would say I'm a little bit more intense. Not a whole lot. I'm.
What about you guys that are tuned in watching? Are you different people during football season? I know I am. I'm a totally different monster.
I know Cindy is. Once she gets that queso in her Packers jersey on, you better not talk to her for 4 hours. Like shit is hit.
Oh, if a Cowboys game is on, don't talk to me.
So
and, like Max, like on Sundays when the Cowboys play, Max and Macy will come out. Be like,
chill.
Huh? Yeah, they'll be like, Dad, are the Cowboys playing? Yes.
It's Sunday.
I'm fixing to watch them. Okay, we're going to our room because all you do is yell.
God damn it, Dak. So let me jump over to the chat here, since we're still talking a little bit NFL here for a couple more minutes before we switch gear to the amateur league. Chad says there is no way that the NFC East will ever be a powerhouse division. This year, the NFC South and the West are way better.
No, the NFC South.
As of right now, I would give you the West, and the South is probably like a third, like as far as all the AFC, just because. But you are
South?
not. Yeah,
the South. Where are you coming from with the South? All you've got really is the Saints in the NFC South.
Isn't the South? No, sorry, that's the yeah.
Panthers, Saints, and Bucks.
Right.
I mean, let's be honest.
Bucks are overrated.
The Bucks are a bunch of old guys.
Overrated.
You have the Saints. I'll give you the Saints. Drew Brees.
13-3. They are playoff bound 100%. No way.
The Panthers, man, all you got is Christian McCaffrey. That's it.
Teddy
Bridgewater is gonna bring you a fucking Super Bowl? Hell no.
The problem with the Panthers right now, they have a rookie head coach. They have a new quarterback and a new system. They have so they're bringing a whole brand new system with no training camp, no preseason, no off season. Panther season is a wash.
And then you got the Falcons. Now everybody's like, "Oh, Matty Ice. He's got ice in his veins." Matty Ice hasn't had ice in his veins since 2000 and fucking 13, 14.
He had ice in his veins the first half of the Super Bowl.
He blew a 28-point lead in the Super Bowl.
Jameson says there are 4 legitimate divisions in the league this year. I wonder who the 4 are.
Let us know, Jameson. I will tell you, with Alex Smith in the fold and Carson Wentz stays healthy, and Dak Prescott can pull his head out of his ass and actually put together a drive to beat playoff teams.
That's not going to happen.
Man, and you got Danny. Man, I'm telling you, the NFC East is going to be that's going to be a tough division.
Let me tell you, with Alex Smith, so Alex Smith is honestly going to make or break that division. If Alex Smith doesn't start, I mean, that division's on the bottom half, right? If Alex Smith starts, they're in the top half, of the ranking. Like that's
so now we have an expanded. Now we have an expanded playoff system, right? So what are you going to do if 3 NFC East teams make the playoffs?
They're still trash, right? Because they only got 3 teams.
They're still trash. No, they're not. The only people I really see making it from the NFC West are the Seahawks and 49ers.
I don't think the 49ers are going to make it. I would almost put money on the Cardinals over the 49ers.
I have what the hell is his name? Or Kyler Murray. I have Kyler Murray as a dark horse for the MVP this season.
Right.
I
told people on our Facebook page to draft him.
They brought in Drake, they brought in Hopkins, and they drafted some on the defense. Now, man,
they still have Larry Fitzgerald too.
Yeah, and they have Fitz, Mr. Hands. I don't give a shit how old you think he is. I don't give a damn how much gas you think Fitzgerald has left in the tank. You throw the ball to Fitzgerald.
Your hands don't get old.
No, 80%, 80 to 90% of the time, that man is going to catch that ball. And then you bring in Hopkins on the other. What?
That's going to open up one of them all game. Man. So Chad over here in the chat came with the comment saying, "I love Alex Smith, but if your if factor for the bottom or top half is Alex Smith, that worries me." So meaning that I said Alex Smith, if he starts, the NFC East is a top division.
Yeah,
if they don't,
that puts 3 teams in the top of the at the top because
that
you have
shows
the Cowboys.
You. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
You have the Cowboys, the Eagles, and the Washington football team.
You
have those
team?
3. You have those 3 at the top. I do think the Giants are going to be competitive this year. Do I think that they are going to make a?
They're a 7-9 team.
Playoff run? They're at 8-8, 9-17. But the football team with Alex Smith, that's easily a 10-6, 11-5 team. The Cowboys, if Dak Prescott can really put it together, I'll be honest, that they did a lot to improve that defense, and they did a lot that with CeeDee Lamb, Michael Gallup, and Amari Cooper and Zeke. Man, the Cowboys are dangerous. If Dak can pull it together, you're looking at a 10-6, 11-5, hell, maybe even a 12-4 season. And then the Eagles, if they can stay healthy with Carson Wentz. Everybody wants to give Carson Wentz shit because he doesn't want to stay healthy. But you know what? I'm going to tell you right now. Carson Wentz is a hell of a quarterback.
When he's healthy.
When he's healthy. If he can stay healthy all season long, you're looking at another, 9-7, 10-6, hell, even maybe 11-5 team. The NFC East are built for smash mouth football. So at the end of the season, we're going to be looking at, okay, well, the NFC East is back, and they're laying their dicks on the table, so fuck you.
Right. And just to add to your point there, and I want to address Chad's comment here, like, we put so much pressure on the quarterback position, so you are telling me that I am starting a better quarterback or not starting a better quarterback factors the whole division. The answer to that question is yes, because if Alex Smith doesn't start, only 50% of the teams in that division are playoff bound, right? Or good enough to make the playoffs. If Alex Smith starts, 75% of that division is good enough to make the playoffs.
100%. Because
so that is how you can move up and down so much.
Yeah, in that division, you can have a 10-6 team that actually misses the playoffs.
Right. Well, I mean, it'll be a lot harder this year with the 7 teams. So we are more than likely going to see like a 7 and 9 team slide into that playoff spot. If you want to be honest about it, Chad says there are 7 teams in the NFC better than the top NFC East teams.
Name them.
I would
name them.
I'm sure he is going to go
Please.
with like.
Name them.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll say the Seahawks, 49ers.
Seahawks, 49ers.
He'll probably put the Saints in there with the Bucks and.
No, you can't put the Bucks in there. They're a bunch of fucking old guys. This reminds like I've said it so many times. The way they are building the Bucks right now is the same way they built the Eagles 3 or 4 years ago with all that talent on the roster.
Exactly.
And they didn't do a damn thing. And now you're putting all this talent on the roster with the Bucks. But you know what? These are all old guys. They're not Tom Brady. Oh, he's past his prime. And we're going to see the decline of Tom Brady with the Bucks this year. I promise you.
People have been saying that for 4 years though. Like he is going to follow the ledge. I'm not going to bet against Tom Brady.
I will bet against Tom Brady. Bill Belichick is who made Tom Brady, and I guarantee you, Bill Belichick will have a better season than Tom Brady this season.
So, Mike, before we head to a quick break and talk some NFC or some NCAA football, here are the 7 teams that Chad came with, says that they are better than all the NFC East teams. Are you ready? We said the Seahawks, Niners, Bucks,
yes.
Saints, Bears, Vikings, Packers.
Did you fucking say the Bears?
I said the 5-11 Bears, yes.
The Mitch Trubisky and the Bears?
No, Nick Foles and the Bears, man. Nick Foles.
Oh my God. No. What?
The Vikings are going to be 8-8. The Packers are legit. They'll be.
No, I mean the Packers are legit because of Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
I'll give them the Packers. I'll give them the Saints, 49ers, and Seahawks. That's it. No. The Bears? Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
The Bears?
The Bears.
Oh my God.
The Bears.
Oh, that's a dumpster fire team.
I mean, Chad and Brandon are both huge. I got to know if Chad's from Boston, so I think he's a Boston fan. So I'm not sure why he's talking about the Bears just like this. Get out of here! I think Brandon Coombs is like rubbing off on him a little bit, and he just chimed in and said the Bears are going to go 10-6. So.
Hell no, Jameson. I'm not foolish to bet against Brady. I'm telling you. Patriots will not be garbage this season.
Cam Newton put it over
Daniels is going to have a wide open playbook with Cam Newton, sir.
It's going to be money.
A wide open playbook that he could not do with Tom Brady with his slow ass. Yeah, Justin, I agree. The Bears. What the fuck? How do you put the Bears? How do you put the Bears against any NFC East team?
How do you put
Giants.
Bears up against any team in their division? Because the Detroit Lions are going to walk over all over the Bears this season.
No, the Bears are a dumpster fire, sir. The Bears are a dumpster fire.
All right, Mike, let's go ahead and take a quick little break here and talk a little NCAA football on the other side of the break. Hashtag let them play. Let them play, let them play, let them play. We'll be right back.
When we come back, I'm going to leave.
What?
When we come back from break, I'm going to leave. What's up, guys? We are ready to talk some college football. But before we do that, make sure you like the page, you share it. We're still giving away that $100 Amazon gift card. We're almost there to our 500 likes. Once we hit that 500 likes, we're going to go ahead and we're going to draw a name, and you're going to get that $100 gift card from Amazon. Make sure you invite all your friends to the Mike and Mike Man Hour, because we have fun over here. But anyway, it's time to get down to some college football. But the Big 12 announced today that we are full steam ahead. We have plans to play the season in the conference. My Longhorns are going to play. You know what? I don't even give a shit about a damn national champion at this point. I just want to take my son. I just want to take my son to DKR Field so we can watch some football together. So I took him last year to his first Longhorn game, and that's really what upset me why why college football was not going, because my son fell in love with college football last year, and now I get to take him to. I'm gonna drive to fucking Illinois, and I will cut your little. I'm gonna cut that off. I'm excited, man, because I get to take Max to some Longhorn games. But I'm even more excited because on Saturday we're actually going to get to see some college football. I'm so happy that the Big 12, the SEC, and the ACC stood up and said, you know what? We're going on with season as planned. We're going to play. If we're going to have these kids in college, in classes, then there's no reason why we keep them off the field.
So, guys, let me give you some insights of what we're talking about here. On Sunday, the Mike and Mike Man Hour guys broke you exclusive news that the Big Ten said they were going to cancel the season, and the vote came out today, like we said on Tuesday, they are not playing. And then the Big 12, SEC, and ACC all said, you know what? Forget you, Big Ten. We're not following suit. We are going to play. So let me be on the devil's advocate. Let me just speak freely here, okay? So I heard, I coach high school football, obviously, and we are in this boat, whether is our school going to let us play or not. Like, we've already had our scrimmage game. Our scrimmage has been canceled twice in the last 2 days. We play a team and they cancel it, and we play another team and they cancel, so we don't know what is happening here. So we are tested every week for the COVID-19 stuff here. And I heard the Kansas State football coach, Chris Kleiman, say the kids are safer to play football this year.
They are.
We are testing you guys twice a week. Is your communication major being tested? Is your grocery store player being tested? No.
Nick Saban came out and said these kids are safer playing football in college than sending them back home into the community where they don't have state-of-the-art medical and all of that.
Or getting tested.
Or getting tested. No, let them play. Yeah. All of the college football coaches want to play, and I mean, they get paid regardless. They don't give a shit.
Right.
No, they want their kids to play. I am so proud of the Big 12, ACC, and SEC for standing up and say, you know what, we're going to let these kids play.
So now you are also starting to hear schools from the Big Ten say that they are going to play a season regardless. Penn State has come out and said it, Nebraska and Iowa, and I believe Ohio State has something like that, I like as well, but I can't put Ohio State name on it for sure. I was having a conversation with this earlier today with some of my football staff guys, and they said, you know what, Mike? This is the beginning of a super conference.
It is. This is the end of the NCAA, and I love it.
Yes. So,
because all of the commissioners are coming out, and they're like, you know what? We're going to do our own thing. And you know what? Next year, when it rolls around and COVID, you know what? As a matter of fact, when November 10th happens, and a week later, that COVID it's gone.
Just like the murder hornets, right?
when next football season comes around, like during that off season, I guarantee there's going to be a super conference, and it's going to combine the Power Five. It's going to combine the Big Ten. It's going to combine the ACC, the Big 12, the Pac-12, and the SEC. And you know what? I think they're going to come, and finally, I think we are actually going to have a true playoff system in college football to have a true national champion, because, man, when you do it the way that they're doing it now, no, you don't get a true college champion.
Right, you're right.
We don't get a true college champion, because let's say, hey, boom, let's say Texas makes the playoffs.
They won't.
And they've lost 2 or 3 games during the season. You know what? But when we start the playoffs, just like in high school, just like in D2 college football, and just like the NFL, when playoffs start, everybody is 0-0, and we're going for the champion. We doesn't matter if I was a wild card, if I made it by the skin of my teeth into the playoffs, it doesn't matter. Then when we get to the playoffs, we're going to see who is who and who can play some ball. I really, 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 really hope this is the end of the NCAA and the end of the fucking ranking system.
Well, the ranking system will never go away, because the ranking system makes good for good conversation.
No, you have to. If you have a super conference, right, then you can divide it up. No, why? For what?
Because of sponsorship. You said this top 25 poll is brought to you by Toyota, and they're giving me $1 million to give you the top 25 teams.
They'll figure something else.
I'm taking that $1 million.
No, they'll figure something else out, and they'll use the bowl games as playoff games. And you know what? All those bowl games will still get their money, and they'll get more, because people will actually show up to those bowl games,
right,
because it's an actual meaningful game.
Right.
You know, when Texas plays in the Alamo Bowl, is it packed? No, it's not sold out. Why? Because it's a meaningless fucking game. Nobody gives a shit. Ooh, wow, you're Alamo Bowl champions. Congratulations. Nobody gives a shit about that.
Right.
Nobody gives a damn unless you are in the playoffs. I really hope this is the end of the NCAA and the ranking system. Be done with it.
So, we can pretty much thank the Big Ten right now for giving us the sliver of hope, or like basically Sunday night, like Mike, we were crushed. We're like, man, football is fucking over, right? Like we are screwed, right? And then all of a sudden, the Big Ten pulls the plug, and the other teams are like, you know what? Here's the big FU. We are still playing 100%. Thank you, Big Ten, for totally demolishing the NCAA as we know it. The NCAA is no longer going to be around in college football. They might be around in basketball still or whatever. I don't really care. I don't really know, right? Because the only thing we worry about college basketball is March Madness. And guess what? That is a tournament, right? 0-0 once you get in there. 0-0, right? Division I college football is the only division in all of sports that doesn't have a true playoff system. Hockey has a playoff system. Like you said, Division III football has a playoff system. My fifth graders play a freaking whatchamacallit. They play a playoff like as well. Justin Anderson says nobody wants to watch the Big Ten anyways. That is a damn lie, because the Big Ten is the highest grossing conference in all of sports. We talked about this.
False.
False. What do you mean false?
False.
I read you the numbers Sunday night. The Big Ten makes $759 million in 2018. The SEC made $528 million in 2018. Over $200 million more than the SEC. How is that false? The Big Ten is the highest grossing conference, period. You can add the SEC and the ACC to maybe match the Big Ten. Go ahead and look it up. Google it, son. What does Google say? 2018 fiscal year, Big Ten, $759.7 million, right?
I mean, Texas makes the most. Let's be honest.
Per college. Talk about conference.
Richest college, let's see. Big 12, homie.
Big 12 is not the highest grossing conference. What is the numbers? Read me the numbers. You're lying to me.
Let me go back to it. Hold on.
The Big 10 is real smash mouth football. If you want finesse, go to the Big 12. Like, let's be honest. The Big 12 used to be smash mouth back when, like, Nebraska was there and A&M and Colorado, when they were actually Big 12. Now they're like the Big 9. Now it's all, I'm going to air raid you out and run the Wildcat offense and score 80 points. Chad Louder, you give me hook 'em horns one more time, I'm going to ban you from this page.
Hook 'em. There you go. That's my boy. Hook 'em.
But seriously, Big 10 is real football. I'm going to be flat honest. That is real football.
Not big football.
Mike is still looking up those numbers. I just told you the numbers, Mike.
Actually, it's the SEC. They made $925 million last season. Is it SEC?
In 2019?
Yep. SEC.
So the numbers that I was reading was from physical year of 2018. So they surpassed it in 2019.
SEC, $925 million. Big 12 with $913 million, and then the Big 10 with $878 million.
Either way, thank you, Big 10, for making a super conference. You guys backed out because you're a bunch of vaginas. Yes, you guys do some splash mouth football, but you're counselors or whatever you want to call the commissioner office people, right? So they're.
But I just want to say, Texas is the highest grossing.
Because of the Longhorn Network. I believe they're the only college that has their own network, right?
No, Big 10 has its own network.
Well, that's the conference. I'm talking strictly just the Longhorn Network. Yeah.
Longhorn Network. Yeah, we have our own network.
Yeah, I believe you're the only ones.
It's fucking Texas, man.
Yeah.
We're the best. We're our own fucking country. Do I have to show you again?
No, that's quite all right. I don't want to see your boobs.
Texas, man.
That is a pretty baller tattoo. So, let's say a super conference is formed, Mike. Do we split it up like the NFL and have 8 divisions? And like every division winner makes a playoff seed with 2 wild cards?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, 100%. What makes more logical sense than doing that?
Are we doing just the Power 5 conferences, or do you want to slide in,
Yeah, you got to do the Power 5. And you make it a different, like, D1, A1, you know what I mean? And then you have D1, A2, and that's the rest of all the D1 colleges. And then you go to a fucking playoff. Each level, you do it like fucking like high school football, basically.
Right, so 3A, 4A. Yeah, that makes sense.
6A, 5A, 4A, 3A, all the way down. Yeah, you got to do it like that because, let's be honest, how many times have you tuned in to watch UCF?
Never.
How many times have you tuned in to watch maybe Alabama, LSU, Texas?
Only when they're playing each other.
You know what I mean? Like, the people tune in to watch those games with the Power 5 conferences. I know I watch Michigan games.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I watch Michigan State. I watch Notre Dame. I watch Texas.
I
watch Oklahoma
this year.
I watch Alabama. I watch LSU. Like, I watch all of these teams. You know what I mean? Now, granted, yes, I am probably a bigger college football fan than I am a NFL fan.
Right.
I just like the Dallas Cowboys. That's it. But in college football, like, I like to watch all of it because this is the talent being funneled into the fucking NFL.
Right. Like, you see players that are really hungry, like, out there, giving it all, every play in it and play out. Justin Andrews come up and said, just do a free for all like March Madness. I don't like that. Like, I think you need some type of ranking system to get into the playoffs, like one way or the other. Like either win the division or like a wild card. That
you just do it exactly like. It's not fucking hard. You just model it exactly how the NFL has it.
Right,
it's not fucking hard.
Well, it is hard because because there's 4 teams in each division in the NFL. I believe when we talked about this last like a month ago, we had to have like 10 or 12 teams per eight team or eight divisions. 10 teams per 8 divisions to cycle out all the Division 1 teams there. So
yeah, but I don't think you put all the Division 1 teams in.
no, if you remember, there's 134 Division 1 teams. We would split that directly in half. Yeah,
and that's why I say you have just like high school, 6A, 5A, 4A, 3A. You do it exactly like that. But the top is going to be your LSU's, your Alabamas, your Texas A&M, Florida. Your big colleges. Those are going to be because those are the ones who draw in people to watch on TV. Nobody is sitting at home saying, "Man, I can't wait to watch UFC or UCF. I cannot wait Saturday to watch that game."
I don't know, man. They were pretty good a couple years ago. Weren't they undefeated for 3 years in a row?
I cannot wait to watch Purdue.
Hey, whoa! You're talking about Indiana here. Purdue is big shit here in like Indiana.
In Indiana, that's
it. And all of Big Ten country, Purdue is going to run.
No, sir.
Run the country.
No. Nobody gives a shit about them.
Hey,
but you know what?
You know who came from Purdue?
People in Texas will tune in to watch Alabama, LSU, Florida. We'll tune in. Yeah, man. Yes.
That's because that is just a South thing. You guys hate the North still from Civil War days.
Get the fuck out of here. I'll tune in to watch Michigan. They're up north.
Yeah, but they're like liberal.
Watch Michigan State. I'll tune in to watch Notre Dame.
So you'll tune in to watch Notre Dame, but you won't tune in to watch Purdue?
No, who gives a fuck about Purdue?
I care about Purdue.
They were fucking relevant.
What's that?
When is the last time Purdue was fucking relevant?
Last year.
No, they weren't.
They were.
Purdue wasn't relevant last year.
They had 4 losses last year.
Were they in playoff talks?
No, but how many people was Texas in playoff talks?
No, of course not.
Exactly.
They weren't. But you're telling me that Purdue is just as a prestigious college as Texas?
Yes.
You are fucking smoking crack.
No, facts.
No, only in Illinois. That's it.
No.
So you're telling me, hold on. You're a kid coming out of high school.
Yes.
Okay? You have a full ride scholarship to Texas, or you have a full ride scholarship to Purdue. Those are your only options. Where are you going?
First of all, let me address this comment. Tim Duncan came from Wake Forest, if I'm not mistaken there, Chad.
Yes.
But me personally, I would probably choose a school closest to home, and I hate Texas, so I'm going to Purdue. And then a smart kid would do academically. Like, what do I want to do after football life? Because I'm more likely not going to make the NFL.
Okay.
Purdue has a better school than Texas too.
Put it to you this way, then. You're the number 4 quarterback. You're the 4th quarterback. You're number 4 in the country.
Okay. I'm going to Marshall. Chad Pennington.
You're the number 4 quarterback in the country.
Right.
The only 2 offers you got is Purdue and Texas. You're going to Purdue.
It depends what kind of offense each team is running. So, I mean, Texas. I'm going to get more stats because it's more spread, right? I'm going to get the passing yards. Defense is optional in the Big 12. Defense is a thing in the Big 10.
You're
so as a quarterback, I'd probably go to Texas.
You're going to get more looks at Texas, regardless of what position you play, than you will at Purdue.
No. That is false. Because think about think about who Purdue plays. They play Ohio State. They play Penn State. They play Michigan. They play Michigan State. They play Wisconsin. Texas plays K-State and Oklahoma.
And LSU.
This year. What about years prior? They're playing SMU. Congratulations.
We play big colleges too, but you know what? We have our own network, and you know what? We're on national TV more than
Purdue.
No.
Chad, we are having a Purdue versus Texas chat here. It's pretty awesome, isn't it?
Yeah.
Mike Manhour, guys. We talk what we want to talk about. but Mike, just back to your point there. As a offensive player, I'd probably go to Texas because I am more likely to score more touchdowns, get more numbers, because defense is optional in the Big 12. Let's be honest, right? Defense is
I wouldn't say that. I mean, Texas is not just Texas, but Oklahoma. I mean, Baylor. The Big 12 has put out some pretty good defensive players.
They are like I think the Big 12 is the top conference in all of college football, but they're also the most underrated because people don't get the chance to watch those games unless you're in the Midwest or you have the Longhorn Network. If let's be honest, if I want to see on ESPN Saturday night football, and
you have more chances of being seen by playing for Texas than you do any big besides Ohio State. You have
the Big Ten has got Ohio State, Michigan, Penn State, Michigan State, Wisconsin, Northwestern is coming up. I mean, hell, even Indiana's on ESPN more than Texas is.
You are fucking crazy.
Am I?
Yes.
Borderline.
No, you are over that border, sir.
So Chad says Horns effed the Big 12 with that Longhorn Network. I hate that they made that move by them.
Well, you know what? Too fucking bad. We have the Longhorn Network.
That is the only reason why Texas stayed in the Big 12 was because the Big 12 said that they could keep their network.
Because we are the highest grossing, even before the Longhorn Network, Texas was still the highest grossing college in the Big 12.
Maybe in the Big 12, but not outside of that. That's for sure.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah. Yeah.
Alabama's
That's why Texas, regardless of our record or regardless of what we do, Texas runs the Big 12.
Do they?
They do. You know they do. If Texas was to leave the Big 12, what do you think would happen?
Well, Oklahoma would probably follow suit because you guys have been together since the old SEC days, right?
Yep.
If I'm not mistaken.
You know, I really want to see, when the Big 12 was shifting things and Texas A&M left to the SEC,
yeah.
I really wanted Texas to leave to go to the SEC because I wanted Texas to go out there and play those Alabama, LSU, Florida. I wanted us to go out there and play those big colleges.
When all that was happening, I was really hoping that Missouri, Nebraska, Colorado, Texas A&M would all stay, and they would have brought in West Virginia, Cincinnati, Air Force, and like Boise State wanted in too. I mean that would have been a pretty good conference, I think. But
yeah.
Regardless, either way, college football is here to stay. Saturdays are for college still, Mikey.
Yes.
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 Yes. So, I want to ask you this question before we head out. We're tied on time here.
Oh man.
Does the three teams that I mentioned earlier, Nebraska, Iowa, and Ohio State, do they play football this season?
I think they do.
You think they do?
Especially Ohio State. I mean, Ohio State is a national champion contender.
Yes.
I don't see them sitting out. Now, if they do decide to play, the commissioners from all of the leagues are going to have to sit down and figure out, okay, this is who's in, this is who's playing. How are we going to come up with a system where we can determine a national champion?
I got the answer for you. Nebraska, Iowa, and Ohio State want to play football still. The Big 12 is playing 9 conference games plus that one extra, and then they can pick up one extra, right? So it's 9 plus 1 plus 1.
So do you think Texas goes and plays Ohio State?
You slide in Ohio State, Nebraska, and Iowa in those 2 extra games.
I would fucking love if Texas went to go play Ohio State.
Yeah.
I would win or lose.
It would add so much credibility to the Big 12.
it would add a ton of credibility to the Big 12. Not only that, Oklahoma could play Ohio State.
Yeah.
Baylor, Texas, everybody in the Big 12 can add Ohio State to their schedule because that could be
the
well,
9
maybe
plus 1.
not. Could it? I mean, they can't play everybody in the Big 12 because then that would add an extra like 2 or 3 weeks. But if
you can
they
still
could,
keep the 9. You can still keep the 10-game schedule, but instead of that plus 1 being at a conference, I mean it's still at a conference, but it's Ohio State, Nebraska.
I would love it to be Texas because we're not playing LSU, right? The only top 25 team that we're gonna play this season is Oklahoma. So if they could go and play Ohio State, it would give us credibility. Win or lose.
It would get my jollies off if I saw Kansas State versus Nebraska again. The old Big 8 days in the Big 12. I would be so fucking happy. So happy
I was so
about that.
sad when Nebraska left the Big 12.
I was really heartbroken.
Colorado
I could care less about. Forget that.
I mean, those are always good games, though.
Nebraska versus Colorado was always a great game. It was Thanksgiving
Nebraska was a great game.
Yeah. Great. I mean, the Big 12 conference one was the 12 teams, with Missouri, Texas A&M, Colorado, and Nebraska in there.
I like what James said.
Go ahead.
2 to the Big 12, 1 to the SEC. Bring Ohio State and Nebraska to the Big 12 and send the other one to the SEC.
I think if we're going to do that, it would bring Iowa and Nebraska to the Big 12 because of geographical crap there, and then Ohio State would play SEC schools.
I don't know. It's going to be interesting now that we know that the SEC, ACC, and the Big 12 are still planning on playing football this season. It's definitely going to be interesting. I can't wait. I can't wait to see what they come up with and how they come up with a national champion. Football, my friends, is upon us.
And guys, that is going to be it for the Mike and Mike Show. Join us every Sunday through Thursday right here on the Facebook page, 10 p.m. East Coast time. Also, rtmsportsnetwork.com, noon edition East Coast time. Mike, have a great night, brother.
Cheers, fuckers.